little bit of a word testers vibe here. Oh, that's the stuff. Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to ACS Sneakers. My name is Aiden. On today's video, we are taking a look at the Air Max 95 Kiss My Ears. And before we get into all of that, I want to welcome back my returning viewers, and to any new viewers, welcome to the channel. We do release brand new sneaker content just like this each and every week. So do make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the intro. So before we actually do go ahead and dive into this video itself, yesterday was Air Max Day, and I'll be completely honest, I was a little bit underwhelmed. I watched every single stream, and whilst they were kind of interesting to watch, you know, it took up a good majority of the actual day itself. The final stream with Skepta and Chunks, of course that was the best stream of them all in my personal opinion. I learnt a lot and I actually really enjoyed that stream. But the surprise at the end of it all was pretty disappointing, and it really wasn't a surprise to me either, because those exact shoes actually loaded onto size a few hours earlier, so I pretty much anticipated that it was coming anyway. So I'm really a little bit disappointed by the overall day. I think they could have done it much better, and it kind of feels a little bit like Christmas. They build it up so much over the weeks leading up to it, but the actual day was just a massive disappointment. I'd love to know your guys' opinions on it as well, so do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Did you enjoy it? Was it underwhelming, or am I just expecting too much? So before we go any further with this video, like we always do around here, let's just take a quick look at the shoebox. As you can see, we just get that bog standard Nike sportswear box, so it's a primarily red box with the white Nike branding. Now this shoe did actually release as part of a pack, so there was the Air Max 95, which we're taking a look at. Also there's the TN as well as the Air Max 90. I do actually have the TN on the way to me as well, and I'm kind of weighing up whether or not I actually want the Air Max 90 for the collection as well, but more on that in a future video. If we take a quick look now at the label, which reads, it's Nike Air Max 95 in the black Volt medium ash colourway. I did notice something a little bit interesting about this box. It does actually have an EU sticker as well. Not exactly sure if this is an EU exclusive or if this released worldwide. With it having the EU sticker, it kind of leads me to believe that it is just an EU exclusive only. If you know any more on that, do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section. And you may have already noticed as well that this is a UK size 9 as it is a personal pair. So with all that said, if we now go ahead and dive straight into the shoe, starting from the toes up. Now in the centre of the shoe itself, we do have this all black mesh material, which is then overlaid with a semi-translucent black webbing. Around the toe box as well as through the mudguard, we do have this safari print leather. I'll be completely honest, it doesn't necessarily feel like the most premium material in the world, but it is definitely one of my favourite features on all three shoes. This colourway in particular, I feel like it works the best on, just based on the pictures that I've seen, and it genuinely looks a lot better than it feels is probably the best way I could describe it. And if we then just switch over to the lateral side panel of the shoe, starting with the top layer, we do have more of that safari print. As we then move down each individual layer, we do have a combination of synthetics as well as textiles, and it's kind of like in a different gradient of grey on each individual layer. It starts pretty dark at the top and then starts to get a little bit lighter each individual layer. But if we then just swing over to the heel portion of the upper, we do have the hit of Volt on the Nike swoosh, and just underneath that we have the Kiss My Ears tag. But now to address the most obvious thing about the entire shoe, this Volt midsole. I genuinely love this about the shoe, and it's actually a lot brighter in person than I actually thought it would ever be. Based on the pictures, I knew it was going to be a really bright shoe, but the minute I actually opened up the box, it actually felt, radioactive or luminous. It just pops the minute you actually open up the box. The lighting in here probably won't do too much to actually complement how bright it actually is, and on camera it might look a little bit more dull, kind of like how it looks on the pictures. But if you guys are actually watching this video to actually decide whether or not you should buy this shoe, I would highly recommend getting this shoe in hand and seeing how nice and bright that midsole actually is. If anybody's actually interested in the tech specs, the midsole is a foam midsole with visible air towards the forefoot, midfoot and heel. But if we now just go ahead and take a look at the outsole of the shoe, as you can see we have this all black rubber outsole with a hit of Volt in this kind of wave-like pattern under the midfoot and heel. But moving back into the centre of the shoe now, in the centre we do have these all black rope shoelaces. The laces themselves do sit atop this mesh tongue, and the laces have been overlaid with this Y-shaped 3M material. And the laces are then actually fed through these really bright Volt eye stays. But if we then just move up the laces to the top of the tongue, in the centre we do have that really classic rounded Air Max branding. If we then move into the actual shoe itself, as you can see we have this all black sock liner. In my personal opinion, there's a pretty decent amount of padding when it actually does come to the Air Max 95. It's not necessarily the most comfortable shoe in the world, and it probably won't stand up to the more modern tech like your 4D, Ultra Boost, Zoom Air and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's pretty comfortable. It's pretty decent if you're just planning on wearing it for everyday lifestyle purposes. In terms of sizing, I always go with my natural true to size fit, which is a size 9. Like I always suggest in every single one of my reviews, if there's any opportunity for you to try the shoe before buying, I would highly recommend that you do that. If there isn't that opportunity to do that, just go with your natural size, and in my opinion, that will be the most comfortable and the best overall fit for you. But then just taking a look at the insole of the shoe, as you can see, we have this all black insole with the Volt Air Max branding. But then just to wrap up this video, if we go ahead and take a look at the heel of the shoe, as you can see, we have more of that really nice 3M material, and at the top portion of the heel, we do have the Nike Air branding. Other than that, I think we've just about covered everything that's worth covering on this shoe. So if we now just go ahead and get straight into my opinions. So just to wrap up this video and give you guys my overall opinion on the shoe itself, in terms of rating, I give the Nike Air Max 95 Kiss My Ears a pretty respectable 8 out of 10. And unlike Air Max Day, I think these actually worked out really well. And I'm genuinely a big fan of the overall colourway. It is still my favourite of the 3 shoes that released in the Kiss My Ears pack. Like I've already touched on at the start of the video, I do have the TNs coming in. I'm just waiting for them any day now. Whether or not I pick up the Air Max 90, I'm not exactly sure. I kind of feel like I will, just to complete the pack. But I'd love to know your guys' opinions in terms of the overall rating that I've given. What's your overall rating? Do make sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. If you stuck around to this point in the video, I want to say a massive thank you. Please make sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.